Hello, my name is Sean Murphy and this is my forever project. But first, some background. I etched my first circuit board back in middle school. It was a binary clock using 74 series logic chips powered by the 60 Hz mains frequency for its time signature. Now, it was a big circuit board, wasn't a pretty circuit board, but I absolutely loved it. It was my first board, still works, absolutely amazing. Learned more electronics as the years went on. During high school I figured, alright, let's make it better. Well, what's better? Smaller. Smaller's better. Well, how do I make it smaller? Well, I definitely don't use 74 series chips. I use a microcontroller. Now, this was the same time that I was learning how to use microcontrollers, so I figured, okay, good project, I can learn this way. Well, if I'm making it smaller, I also can't use through-hole components, so I learned how to use surface mount components at the same time. Well, before that, started out stuck on a breadboard, but this isn't watch-sized. Doesn't work very well like that. So, I designed the board on a computer instead of drawing it out by hand like I did for my first few. Did that, and decided that I was going to go ahead and etch it myself again in order to prototype, and came up with this rather very large thing, which still isn't quite watch-sized, but it had all the functionality that I wanted. It's got a rechargeable battery, rechargeable over USB, and reprogrammable over USB. It has hour, minutes, seconds, battery meter, thermometer, also has 2 time-of-day alarms, as well as month, day of the week. When the time of day alarms go off, it plays Nokia ringtones. I've got a piezoelectric in the back. And also, double-click menu, and double-click again, countdown, and I can go into USB bootloader mode, so I can upload new code over USB. This is great, so I decided, okay, let's go ahead and make it into a physical board. So, this was the first time that I had actually sent board designs off to a fab house for professional fabrication. Got the boards back, lots of boards. They were great. Soldered on components, and decided, well, I've got a watch board. It's the size of my wrist, size of a watch, but doesn't fit on my wrist yet. Well, how do I mount it there? I didn't design my board in order to fit into a case, so I decided, well, let's design a case in order to fit the board. So, learned how to do a little bit of modeling in 3D, and I'd heard of 3D printing before, and I decided I wanted to try it out. So, made the model, sent it off to Pinocchio, got the model back, and it was an absolutely amazing feeling being able to go from design on the computer to physical, solid object. So, got this. And that feeling is what inspired me to get my first 3D printer. And I've had that for nearly 2 years now. Absolutely love it, done quite a lot with it, learned quite a lot with it. Definitely next hardware revisions of the watch are going to have 3D printed cases. But anyway, using this one, and a couple problems with it. Problem is that the front face is very open in order for me to press the buttons. This is a problem. Water gets in it. And it could be water, could be a hardware problem, could be a coding problem, but anyway, this one ended up dying on me. Soldered another board, ended up dying as well. So I decided, well, let's go ahead and make a large hardware revision. So, hardware revision, changed microcontrollers. Instead of having buttons on the front, I decided to go touchscreen. So, added a touchscreen, and I figured, while I'm at it, why not add some other things? I added an accelerometer, barometer, and magnetometer, so I can tell north, I can tell which way is up, and I can also tell what the weather's doing. Haven't finished the code for that, but that's the hope eventually. So anyway, that's this. I've got a board in the front that has the touchscreen and LEDs, and then a board in the back that has all the other things. I touch it, it wakes up, and as you see, as I run my finger over it, different LEDs light up, and that's showing that the touchscreen's working. Now, I don't have the code finished for this one yet. I'm still working on it, but I need another hardware revision because the connector that I use makes the front not flush with the glass, so I need to redesign it with a surface mount connector in order to connect the two boards. And while I'm doing that, I found a chip that detects lightning. I live in Tampa, Florida, lightning capital of the US, so I'm adding lightning detection to my next version of my binary watch. Now, this has been going on for like a 4-year project. Hopefully it'll be wearable after the next revision, but we'll see. May have to do another hardware redesign after that. But I've spent so much time into this, so much money into this, and learned so much from it. But I absolutely love it.